Welcome back to Giving Chances Farm. Just out here during lunchtime. I'm giving Cadillac, we're going to call him Caddy, his second bottle. Taylor woke up this morning, and while we were milking, she was in the stall feeding him.
Hey, dude.
So,
Come here.
just out here feeding him, and then we'll go in and get us some lunch and then work on our next adventure for today. It's quite a bit windy, but I think we're going to attempt to go out and work some of the beehives. We got some of these different bottles because it didn't seem like any of the bottles that we bought from Tractor Supply has worked. So these are just regular baby bottles with the regular nipple, similar to...
So far, the only one we've been able to get him to use is that nursery bottle.
This is the only one he will nurse from, which is just a pet ag from Tractor Supply, but this one only holds 120 ml. So I went to the baby section at Walmart and bought the cheapest bottles and the biggest ones, and the biggest ones that they had there is 9 ounces, and it was a 3-pack for less than $3. So we figure fill 2 of those up. That will get him his amount that he needs per feeding, give or take. We may have to fill 3 of them up or fill this one up a little bit to get to what he needs for that feeding.
As he grows,
yeah, as he gets bigger, and then we'll slowly introduce him to grain and
but the nice thing about getting him this young is we'll have plenty of time to bond with him and make sure he's nice and friendly when it comes time to be big enough to breed the does. Just easier to get along with, makes our day a lot easier as well. So the girls, naturally, like with any other baby animal on the farm, they're infatuated with him and arguing over who gets to feed him and spend more time with him than the other person. So that's an argument we've had to try to deal with a few times already, and he hadn't even been here 24 hours yet. So, but man, it's part of growing up, I guess. They gotta figure out a way to make it work, and plus, you know, we can start working with him from the time he's this size on, walking him and getting used to him following us, those kind of things, to where that, you know, when it's time to do things, we really shouldn't have to grab a hold of his collar and do much with him at that point. We should be able to get him to go most places we need to by just talking with him, hopefully. That's the plan, at least, but
tail.
In the end, he's still a goat. He's going to do what a goat wants to do. But it's pretty fun, and I mean, it's a baby goat. I mean, everybody needs more baby goats in their life, right? Tail wagging, pretty simple. Need feed and love, and
It's like having a baby all over again.
yep.
The only
Cleaned
thing-
up after they pee and poop. That's about
The
it.
only thing we don't have to do is worry about changing diapers.
Yep. But you definitely got her figured out. So. And you can tell he's actually getting some out of this bottle versus those bigger ones that they more so sell for calves, and then you swap the nipple out to a different size he just didn't seem like he was getting anything out of the nipple, and even me trying to squeeze that nipple, I wasn't really getting much out of it either. And then we bought the one that looks like a bottle similar to this, but it holds, I think it's 16 ounces, and it's made for lambs and kids, and says that, you know, online the reviews say, oh, it's a great bottle, you know, leak proof. Yeah, whatever. As soon as you turn it to the side a little bit, it starts spewing milk out all over the place.
And didn't even come out of the nipple. It came out around where the nipple and the plastic piece that it is sits under.
So I don't know if we just happened to get a defective one or what, but it spilled more milk on him than it did getting the milk in him. He didn't like it, so he started shaking his head and kind of sneezing to get the milk off his nose. So far this is the only other one that he's used other than that little nursery bottle. So if that's what it takes to get the job accomplished, I mean, he's got to get food. So, and the milk that's in the bottle is what we've been milking off of Sky. So the very first time that we fed him was cow whole milk, but that's because we needed to feed him before it was time to milk Sky. So, but ever since then, we've been able to share Sky's milk with him so far. So, at a minimum, as long as she can produce enough milk to keep him happy, we'll be happy. Any excess we'll use, whether we drink it or separate the cream off of it to make butter or any of that kind of stuff like we did before. There you go. But other than that, man, you want to take some stress away from your day, this is a pretty good way to do it. I mean, it kind of makes you smile, and knowing that you're able to make a difference in a young critter's life, you know.
It definitely puts a smile on the girls' faces.
Yeah.
Like Tony said, they definitely love that baby stage of any animal. We can always tell when new babies are around because the older ones, they get not left behind, but they're like the last ones to go. And so we got to refresh the girls' memory. Hey, you got to take care of the ones that's been here first. But yeah, pretty much. I mean, all they wanted to do from the time they came home till it was time to leave for school this morning was, I mean, I think if they wouldn't have had testing today at school and we would have allowed them to, I bet you they'd have slept out here in the barn last night. Just what Taylor said, she would have slept out in the barn with him.
Yep. So they wanted to make sure that he was staying warm enough and he wasn't lonely, which is a good thing. I mean, that's good qualities to have, that show that they have compassion for something besides themselves. So we're trying to do our part to raise them to be productive. So
and caring, not just to think about themselves.
Yeah, so we've already had some inquiries from friends of ours that have found out about him on whether or not we would be willing to show them, like one of our friends that we met at the farmer's market wants to have the girls.
He's like, what's that?
Sorry, I don't know that number. But wants the girls to show his son how to walk a goat. Another one said their kids would enjoy coming over to help milk and even bottle feed. So I'm all for it because, you know, some of those kids, they don't have the same opportunities that ours do, you know, to where they can walk out back and have access to this kind of animals. So if I can help other families and their kids learn about the different animals and have the opportunity to see them firsthand, then I'm all for it. So come on, we got more to go.
You got another bottle.
Yep.
He's like, this one doesn't come out as fast
Right.
as the other one.
I may have you take that bottle and
Put some
pour
of it
some
in.
of it into that one,
Okay.
because he's been working. All right, so on this bottle, we tried the top off the nursery bottle with the nipple, and so far he seems to be liking that a little better. So seems to get more out of it at one shot, not working as hard on it. But appreciate you guys spending time with us, watching our videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share on social media with all your family and friends, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. It's like it.